These foods a rich buttery flavor, and it's a lot cheaper than using real butter. This is a reason why. This is kind of why they use the chemical. As a result, the big food companies love this chemical, even though it's clearly unsafe. This is kind of language of logic. Is conviction, like clearly unsafe, without a shadow of a doubt. There's conviction. Conviction matters a lot. Can you believe a chemical that's proven to trigger amyloid protein formation in the brain, a verified memory killer, is found in thousands of foods all across America? It makes my blood boil. So all of these complex words, again, they're in here for a reason, but you need to treat it like salt. You can't use too many of these complex words because likely the reader doesn't know what they mean. So if you keep using all these complex words and you don't at least use metaphors to help the reader understand it better, then you're running the risk of them completely zoning out and not buying. It makes my blood boil. But impales in comparison to memory killer number 3. Memory killer number 3 is monosodium glutamate, or MSG. So yeah, this is the third time, so he addresses it. Yes, MSG, the flavor enhancer used in Chinese food. Turns out this chemical works by exciting the nerve cells in the brain that respond to taste. So he is explaining what all of these things kind of mean. So he's explaining the so-called mechanism of each of these foods. Problem is, it very often overexcites other brain cells, which spells trouble for your memory and brain power. So this is that's why. So proof. Is building up him. Cause MSG, the taste that kills. Notice how he's terming all these things, right? Like the taste that kills makes it sound it's a lot more emotional. Remember, people buy on emotion and justify logic. So claim, proof. Now if MSG were only found in Chinese food, it might not be that big a deal. Unfortunately, that's not the case. This chemical is used in countless foods, including many you'd never suspect, like Doritos, Pringles, fast sandwiches, even Campbell's soup. So again, see how he stair steps the claim. So he goes from okay, it's used in Chinese food. Oh, and by the way, it's used in many other foods, like blah 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 blah. So he goes from Chinese food and stair steps his way to there. And thanks to shady labeling regulations from the FDA. So this is also like an enemy, and a reason why. It almost never shows up in the ingredients label. Instead, it's disguised as one of these innocent sounding nicknames. So, objection. Why haven't I heard of this? Well, the reason you haven't heard of this is because they could be called any of these things. Now you tell me, if MSG is perfectly safe, why hide it from us? Us is a persuasion trigger, so he's grouping with the reader. He's creating a bond. It's us versus them. That's because it's not safe. It's a proven memory killer. Luckily, a tiny dose of a certain type of vitamin can help protect brain cells from the effects of MSG, which is absolutely crucial for your memory and brain health, especially when you look at the big picture of all three memory killers. When you realize just how common they are in our food supply, when you understand how they're impacting your memory and ability to think clearly every single day, and when you see how virtually impossible it is to eliminate them from your diet, it'd be easy to throw up your hands and give up, and just accept age-related. Okay. Look, pay attention to the repetition of these words. When you. When you also, it actually, this kind of pre-frames so when you, and the word when is a presupposition, so check this out. He goes, when you realize just how common they are in our food supply, it presupposes that the reader is going to find out how common they are. He doesn't say if you realize. Okay. Yeah, and then he gives this is like when you, repetition, boom, sucker punch. It'd be easy to throw up your hands and give up, and just accept age-related mental decline and memory loss. But don't lose hope. So they can agree with this as well. They're like, yeah, I know. But don't lose hope. And here comes the solution. So problem, solution. As I mentioned, there's a simple, easy way. You'll see this is a trend where the writer communicates either it's fast, it's easy, it's simple, and it's a big benefit. Or sorry, it's safe, not simple. As I mentioned, there's a simple, easy way to help shield and protect your brain. So he's using the same words. And these are like power words. They like bring images in your mind, basically. Or shield us. Protect your brain from the effects of these memory killers. And as a bonus, it can actually help speed up your mind and boost your memory as much as 287%, starting in just 1 hour. So same core main promise, as much as is like a disclaimer word or omission word, if you can call it that. So he's not saying exactly 270%. He says as much as, or it could be up to 287%. Yeah, so he's saying you have all these problems and it's just so hard like to not eat all these foods and things, but I've got a solution that is a lot easier. Starting in just 1 hour is fast. And then he goes, boom. Imagine recalling names, addresses, and phone numbers in a snap. So fast. Always being able to find the word you're looking for in a conversation without hesitating even for a second. So he's making the same promise but in a variety of different ways. Imagine having your friends and family members tell you how sharp and quick-witted you seem. Remember, he's already said this. And he's future pacing. So he's picturing this in his mind's eye. Again, tapping to the emotions as well, like embarrassment and recognition. Imagine never having to worry about your future, Knowing your brain will stay sharp and powerful. Okay, so this is the one core emotion. This is all he's thinking about every day anyways, about his future, and probably leaving resources and looking after his family and grandkids. Cool. By the way, if you're still here, if you're still with me, I'm actually releasing a book very, very soon. It's just getting edited and formatted. It's called The Forbidden Secret of Copywriting. If you want to go pre-order it, or whenever I put it up, I'll put a link in the description, so you can go right there and buy it there if you want, if you want to learn more about this in depth.